I'm just gonna sit here and keep making faces at you. All right, time to talk about what I read this month. So have you ever been to the bookstore and you go for one book and you pick out that book, but then you're casually walking up to the cashier line and you're like, okay, I'm ready, I'm good. And then all of a sudden, out of the corner of your eye, you see something and you look over and you're like, what is that book? Like, what is that? And you're just like drawn to it. You're compelled to go over there and pick up this book. You know nothing about it. All you know is that the cover was just like crazy pants, crazy enough to like get your attention and pull you away from the book that you already had. You just have to buy it. So that happened to me recently, and that book was my best friend's Exorcism. I saw this cover on the shelf and I was like, wait, is that a used book? Because I wasn't in a used bookstore. I was like, why would they have a used book over there? Because it looks like a used book with all the like the torn edges and stuff like that. I was like, why did they have a used book over in this bookstore? And then I picked it up and I was like, what in the hell is this thing? It looks amazing. There's like, I don't even know what this book is, but I have to have it because it just looks so hilarious and awesome. So it's called My Best Friend's Exorcism, and it's basically like one of those campy 80s horror summer movies, and in book form. That's what this book is about. I get scared really easily, so for me this was scary, but I don't know if anybody else thought it was scary, but I did. It's hilarious, and it was totally 100% an impulse purchase, and I'm very glad I got it because it is amazing, and I love leaving it on my bookshelf, like not spine out, but like front out, because then when people come into my apartment, they're like, what is that? They have the same reaction that I do, and I'm like, just read it. Just read it. But give it back, but just read it. So, there we go. So the next two books that I read this month, I actually can't go into detail about them yet. I will be able to in my very next book haul, but right now I can't go into detail. And the reason is because they're not on sale yet, and I want to talk about them, but I feel like if I talk about them before they're even on sale, like that's kind of mean, right? Like I don't want to, like that's not unfair for me to get all excited about books that you guys don't even have a chance to like read yourselves yet. So I'm not going to go into detail, but I am going to show you. So here's what I read. Ta-da! I don't have the finished copy yet. I cannot wait to get my hands on the finished copy, but One Darkthrone by Kendara Blake. This is the sequel to Three Dark Crowns, which was one of my favorite books last year, which is an amazing fantasy, and if you haven't read it yet, you absolutely need to read it, so just stop watching this video and go watch it. We'll finish watching the video and then go get the book and read it. Anyway, the sequel, if you read Three Dark Crowns, you know that that book ends on like an insane cliffhanger. Like, for one of the sisters, my favorite sister in particular, you're just like, I mean, I didn't see that coming. I don't know if you guys saw that ending coming, but like, I didn't see it coming. So when I finally got my hands on this book, I was like, I have to know what happens. But I can't tell you about it right now. So hold tight. We'll talk about it in my next book haul, I promise. But until then, like, let's talk about how much we love Three Dark Crowns in the comments below. Oh, and this one goes on sale September 19th. Soon, guys, soon. It'll be in your hands very soon. And the other book that I read this month was The Dazzling Heights by Katharine McGee. This is the sequel to The Thousandth Floor, which pretty much won my award, my unofficial, official award for most beauteous book cover of 2016. If you guys love pretty things, you need to own a copy of that hardcover, specifically that hardcover, because the end papers are amazing. The cover, the front cover has like a foil on it, so it's really shiny. It's just a beautifully designed cover. Also, the book is really good. I should probably talk about the book, but the book is really good, and it's set in the future in Manhattan, and there's this, all of Manhattan is now in this giant tower. If you guys haven't read it, it's 1,000 stories. And it's basically like Gossip Girl set 100 years from now. So if you love the drama of Gossip Girl and like futuristic things, I guess that's my futuristic things motion, you should definitely check out this book. And this is the sequel, The Thousand Heights, The Dazzling Heights. I don't have a finished copy yet. I have no idea what it's gonna look like in hardcover. I hope it's super shiny. I can't wait to see it because they just, this galley doesn't do it justice. It's such a pretty cover. I literally have it in my bedroom. I have a collection of black and gold books in my bedroom, and it is prominently featured among those books. So anyway, this is the sequel, and I'm super excited to talk to you guys about it, but I can't tell you about it because that book, The 1,000th Floor, also ended on an insane cliffhanger. I love and hate it when books end on cliffhangers. Like, I love when I'm left in suspense and I'm left wanting more, but I also hate waiting. Ugh. I hate waiting for the next books in series. Ugh. So I have this like love-hate relationship with the cliffhanger endings, and The 1,000th Floor had a cliffhanger ending, so I'm so glad that I now get to read, well, I read the second one, and this also had a cliffhanger. I can't go into detail, but let's chat about it next month because this one goes on sale August 29th, which is even sooner than One Dark Throne, so we got a lot to talk about next month. I'm super excited. Okay, so now I'm going to talk about all of the new and upcoming books from Harper that are going to be coming out, either just came out or about to come out in August. Smaller stack this time. Summer is always a slower time. Oh, here we go. Okay. See, I can actually hold this stack in like one hand and I can like swing around without falling or dropping all the books. So it's a really exciting time for me right now. So here's what's new. We have Crystal Blade by Catherine Purdy. This is the sequel to Burning Glass. Burning Glass came out 2016, winter of 2016. So it's been a while since the first book was out. But now the sequel is here. Ta-da-da. If you are into fantasy, definitely check this one out. That's the sequel. Any I Am Number 4 fans here? Where are you guys? Tell me in the comments below. But if you guys are super into I Am Number 4, Pittacus lore, all of that stuff, Generation 1, it's here. I should have talked about this one in my last book haul, but I didn't have a finished copy, but now I do, so ta-da! This is technically it's a spin-off series. You do not have to have read the complete I Am Number 4 series in order to read this one. Yes, there are, like, you'll probably get a lot more out of it if you've read all the other, like, books in the series, but you can start brand new. You can start fresh and just start with Generation 1 and just skip all that other stuff. Or not. It's up to you. But this is new, and it's a spin-off, and sci-fi, and action, and blah. That's pretty much what the book's about. Blah. Also new is a book that I have been dying to read ever since they released the cover of it and then the synopsis, and I was just like, oh my god, give it to me right now. Wicked Like a Wildfire. First of all, this cover, can we talk about this cover? It is amazing. It is like flowery and pretty, but also like dark, and there's something a little like sexy about it, and it's just, I love good cover design. I get so excited about good cover design, and this has an amazing cover design. Plus, they use that really nice, skin paper, which I really need to learn the technical name of, but I like to call it skin paper. It's like velvet, maybe? Anyway, it feels like velvet. It's super soft, and it's just like, I just want to decorate my apartment around this cover. Like, I want to paint my walls this purple purple color. And I want to get like the greens and the peacock feather down at the bottom. Like, there's just like a lot I really want to do with my apartment based on this cover alone. It's so pretty. About the book, I don't know. I haven't read it yet, and I should know more about it. I know it's fantasy, and I know it's about women who can manipulate their appearance. But I don't know that much about it yet because, and sometimes I do this thing where, like, if there's a book I'm really excited about to read just because I like the cover or the basic premise of it, I like to not read any more of the description because I don't want to get spoiled, and sometimes descriptions can spoil you, and I like to go into books sometimes just like not knowing anything about the book, and I just like to form my own opinion. No, I don't read reviews, I don't read the description, I just pick up a book and read it. So this is one of those for me, and I'm like really, really, really freaking pumped to read this. So I'm gonna take this home with me now, and I will talk about it in my next book haul. The rest of the books that are new from Harper this month are all contemporary. So those are these. So the first one I'm talking about is a new little paperback original called Our Broken Pieces by Sarah White. This is the cover. So the only thing you really need to know about this book is that there are two very sexy scenes. One takes place in a shower and the other one takes place in the back of a truck. That's all you need to know. If that's the kind of thing you're into, like I am, definitely check this one out. Also new is the Authentics, about an Iranian American girl who is very proud of her heritage, but because of a school project, she learns something interesting and different about her history that she wasn't aware of, and so now she must sort of go on a journey of self-discovery to figure out who she is, you know, and that, all that good fun stuff. But I really like this cover. I like how it looks like a tattoo. And here's the back. So that's new. Also new for Jessie Kirby fans, she's got a new book out. It's called The Secret History of Us. And just like pretty much all of Jessie Kirby's other books, it's gonna make you cry, just a little bit. So it's about a girl who is in an accident and loses her memory. And so now she has a boyfriend and all these friends, but like she doesn't remember any of it. So now she has to figure out who she is now versus who she was before the accident. Does she want to continue living the girl who, you know, the girl she was before the accident? Does she want to continue living that life, or does she want to become somebody else, somebody new? Jessie Kirby's an amazing, amazing contemporary writer. If you haven't read any of her stuff, you absolutely need to. She's just really excellent and just very consistently amazing, you know? Like, if you ever just want to read, like, all of somebody's books that they've written, definitely check out Jessie Kirby. And the last two new books from Harper are The Art of Feeling by Laura Timms. I am enjoying this cover because it's got a little doggy on there. There's the puppy. Isn't he cute? I love any books with dogs on the cover. Because I have a dog now. I'm a dog owner. Oh my god, it's so much work. And the last new book from Harper is How to Disappear. And this one is about a girl who photoshops herself into other people's photos and sort of gets a following by doing that. And so she lives this like whole life without ever leaving her room, which I can totally relate to because I love to Photoshop weird things together. So I am super bummed to read this one. So that's it for all the new releases. If you want to find out more about these books, visit epicreads.com/books and you can see what's new, what's coming out soon, and find out more about all of these amazing YA books. All right, now we've come to the part of the video where I talk about all the new books that I have acquired over the past 30 days. There's a lot, so bear with me. I'm gonna probably fly through a lot of these. I'm not even gonna bother trying to stack them because last time I tried to do that in my last book haul, it failed. And I feel really bad when I potentially hurt some of my books, so I'm not gonna do that this time, but there's a lot. All right, so we're just gonna go through this together. So I'm just gonna slide over my stack over here. I've got 2 stacks. When I Cast Your Shadow by Sarah Porter looks like a horror novel to me. The Dark Intercept by Julia Keller. This one is from Tortine. Shout out to Tortine. They sent me a huge stack this month, so hat tip, imaginary hat tip to Tortine for sending me all these amazing books. So you got that one. The rest of these in this stack are all Tortine. So we have Slayers and Vampires. Sorry, I had to move the book far away from me so I could read it, because sometimes when the font's that big, I'm like, huh? What are these words? Slayers and Vampires. My other stack that I'm making right now is about to fall. Even Gods Can Be Slain. This one has some illustration style that I'm digging. Arabella and the Battle of Venus, also new. Looks like a little steampunk action, maybe, potentially. Probably more like sci-fi. Firebrand, also new from Tortine. Steeplejack, I imagine that this is the first book and this is the second one because they look like they're from the same series. Last Chance by Greg Hurwitz, another Tortine novel. That's the end of stack 1. Time for stack 2. All right, we have The Hanging Girl by Eileen Cook. From HMH. This Is Not the End, ooh, by Hyperion. Liking this action, liking the back too. Roar by Cora Carmack. Now I have the Roar song by Katy Perry stuck in my head. Ooh, this one has a really pretty cover. Song of the Current, but look at this cover. I don't know if you can see this in the video, but it's got glitter. The cover has glitter. I just want to like rub it all over my eyes so I can have some glitter eyeshadow. No, it's got glittery. It's got a glitter. Ooh, it's got a glitter spine too. I'm sorry. I'm just like having a little freak out moment because It's very rare for me to see glitter on a book, and I get very excited when I see glitter on a book. So this is new. This one is from Bloomsbury. Also new in my stack from other publishers is Letters to the Lost. This one's also from Bloomsbury. I'm so excited to see this on my stack. Because You Love to Hate Me by Amory. So I have heard about this project for years now. Shout out to Amory, fellow booktuber. What's up? If you guys don't subscribe to her channel, go check out her channel. This I've been waiting for. It is 13 Tales of Villainy. So it's all short stories about villains, and it's written by some of the best YA authors ever. So we have Soma Chainani, Amory, Sarah Enni, Marissa Mayer, Adam Silvera, Andrew Smith, Nicola Yoon, Susan Dennard, like the list goes on. And then there's YouTubers have submitted stories to this. So we have Sasha Ellsberg, Whitney Atkinson. Oh my gosh, they're like all on the back. Here, I'll just let you read it. Those are all of the YouTubers that have stories in this. Ta-da! 13 of them. There are 13 booktubers that have stories in this. Now I'm kind of sad that I don't have a story in it. That's okay though. I'm super excited to read this. Love the cover. I know it hit the New York Times bestseller list, so congrats to everybody involved in the project. It's super exciting. Can't wait to check this one out. I am also super, super happy to see this in my stack from other publishers. The Names They Gave Us by Emery Lord. Emery is from my hometown, Cincinnati, Ohio. What's up, Emery? If you guys don't follow her on Twitter, she is pretty much the funniest person ever on Twitter. So go follow her right now. She's hilarious. And then check out all of her books. Also got Miles Away From You, The Hawkweed Prophecy, The Punch Escrow. I'm intrigued. And the final book that I got is The Hawkweed Legacy, which I am now just realizing is probably the sequel to The Hawkweed Prophecy. So that's it. Those are all the books that I got from the other publishers. I'm just going to show a little small stack. I have to do this, but it's a small one, so it won't fall. So that's it. That's all I got from the other publishers. Hit me up in the comments below. Tell me what you've been reading. What's been going on? Or have you been having an amazing summer? What are you excited to read in the fall? I have so many books that I'm excited to read in the fall. So maybe in my next book haul, I'll just give you a little preview of my fall ones most anticipated. So I'll do that. We'll do that in the next video. But until then, head down in the comments, let's chat it out, and don't forget to subscribe to Epic Reads. Click that subscribe button, and then don't forget to follow them on all of the social medias, Facebook, Tumblr, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, Snapchat. There's too many. Just go follow Epic Reads. And then, of course, give me a little book shimmy. So, yeah.